What is up, guys? I am back in Sailor Peace, and today I have found a secret method that guarantees you to get any item in the game. So if you want to be rich coming into the second update with C2 and all the new content, watch till the end to see how. But before we start the video, I'd like to promote my Discord, where if you join, you can get access to giveaways where I'm going to give you guys a bunch of free goodies from Sailor Peace and other games you guys recommend. Same with free exclusive access to live streams that I will be doing time to time. So join that if that sounds interesting to you. Okay, now to the actual video, guys. So basically, to start this, let me kind of give you a sense of what you're going to need to be able to even start. You're going to need either 2 melees, 2 swords, or a sword and a melee. So just pretty much 2 weapons that can deal a good amount of damage, or what you think is a good amount of damage to kill enemies. I would say this is at least the 500 million and above range. So you can take a Blessing 10 Ichigo sword, and I think that would make it into the threshold. Anything below that won't make this method very effective, and honestly, you just have a better time legitly grinding for a style and then starting this. But for this video, I am going to be using Moonslayer and Abyssal Empress for method number 1, and I'm going to be using Moonslayer and Strongest of Today for method number 2, which just involves 2 melees. But once you have all of that, the next step is downloading the macro for this method. Now, there are 2 kinds of macros you can download. One is a macro specifically for the thing we're about to do, which is made by a man in the Asphalt Cake server, which is like a popular macro server. And the other macro you can download is a software called Tiny Task, which will let you create your own macro if you feel like that would be easier. But first, we are going to start with the method 1. So to get this first macro, like I said, you're going to have to join this Discord server. It is in the link in the description. But when you join, you're going to go this tab right here called Macro Ping. It's going to be at the top. You're going to click Control F or Command F if you're on Mac. Then you're going to search Sailor. Then click Enter, and you'll see on the side right here that the Sailor Peace macro is available. Just download the one that has been made most recently because it'll have the least amount of bugs and new features, but I'm going to be using the 5.0, but it won't really look that different, so you should be able to keep up. But just to show you guys, you just click this little button down here, and then you would just click this link to download it. And if you click it, it might say potentially dangerous download, so do it at your own risk, but people have confirmed that this is not dangerous, and I would confirm that this isn't dangerous as I've been using it for a long time. But if you don't feel like downloading a random file, do method 2 and just skip to that part. Now, the next part to method 1 is downloading Auto Hotkey, and if you already have this, just skip this step. But basically, click in the link in the description, the Auto Hotkey link. You're going to click download, then you're going to click V2. That's the version that this macro uses. Just complete the wizard and the setup, and then you should be able to be good to go. But now that we are back in Sailor Peace, you're going to click that macro and you're going to pull it up. It should look somewhat similar to this. And then these are the settings that you're going to need to have on. In the key task sections, make sure your target key is V, your delay is 10, and then have this box be 100, and then this box empty. In the mode settings, have Infinite Tower selected, and then for this section right here, this is depending on if you are using a sword in a melee or a melee in a melee. So if you wanted to use both melees, you're going to click Melee Swap, you're going to have it selected, then you're going to go to your inventory, select Melee, then click Select Melee 1, click on the first melee you want to use, then click the second one, and click the second one you want to use. And so if you do that, now you will just be able to click F1, which is the starting key for the default. Make sure to have your inventory open when you do start it. And then if you notice, it'll switch between both of the melees, and it'll just spam the keys, doing all the work for you. So you're not able to get hit, but you're doing a ton of damage because both of these moves are your ults. But now, if you want to use a sword in a melee, you're going to click Melee plus Sword Swap down here. These 2 melee settings don't matter, so if you already did it, you can just forget about it. Have your sword interval on 200, and then this auto clicker option is optional. It just is another way just to make sure you're not going to get AFK'd, so you can have this on or off, it doesn't really matter. And now all you're going to do is make sure in your inventory, you have the melee you want selected. Have your sword in your inventory as well. It has to be key 1 and key 2. That is very important. Make sure your melee is key 1 and your sword is key 2. Then if you just click F1, it'll do all the work for you, switching between your melee and your sword, doing a bunch of crazy damage, clicking that V ult, protecting you with all those iframes. You're basically invincible and nothing can touch you. Now, for method number 2, like I said, you're going to use tiny tasks. So this is where you're making your own macro. You're going to click the link in the description that says tiny task. You'll be brought to this page. Then just click standard and you'll have your tiny task ready to go. Just complete the wizard and that's about it. Now when you are back in Sailor's Piece, pull up tiny task, and if you want this window to stay on top, just select this always on top. So if you just click off of Sailor Piece, it'll stay up there. Then go back to preferences, select your recording hotkey to whatever you feel is comfortable. I usually do F8. And then when you are ready for the sword plus melee version of this, you're going to click your recording key. Then you're just going to spam 1 and 2. You won't even have any moves going at this time. You're just going to click it. And then when you feel comfortable, just stop it. And now, if you wanted to do 2 melees or 2 swords, you're going to go to your inventory and just right before you click record, just make sure you have your mouse over your first melee. This is a bit complicated, but just when you click record, you're going to click the first melee, then click 1, then click the second melee, then click 1, then the first melee, then click 1, and then stop recording. And then you can do that exact same thing if you were just to do this with swords. Like I said, it would just be the same thing, but instead of 1, you would be clicking 2 because your sword is in your second slot of your hotbar. But now, if you did it correctly, your macro's pretty much going to work. All you have to do is go to preferences, check what your playback hotkey is, then click continuous playback so it goes infinitely. And now if you just click your playback hotkey, it'll spam in between those two. But if you're wondering why it doesn't work, you first have to click this little button where your V move is, where it'll start doing all your moves. Then click your playback and it'll switch in between both of those. And it literally looks exactly like how I had the other macro running, and it's just perfectly running in between both of those moves. Now, if you have picked your method and if you've done all the setup to be able to macro perfectly, and if it works in the main game, now is where we are going to actually start farming to get this method going. So you're going to go to the portal and you're going to go down and go to Tower Island. Then you're just going to head over, click on this infinite tower guy, spawn it, and then start your game. Now when you load in, the game won't even start yet, so just make sure you're in the very middle, or as middle as you can be. Pull up your macro, click start. When you see those NPCs spawn in, you can start your macro up. It might get a little laggy, but it won't affect your performance. You should be pretty good. And then you'll be able to clear floor by floor. As you can see, the numbers are just going up because I'm just dealing all this damage. And you won't get moved because you're invincible. And now you'll just be able to run this hours on end. So when you come back to your PC, you'll have a very special item that makes this whole thing possible. And a little tip, if you don't know when to stop on a certain floor for tower, if you go down to your settings, scroll all the way down, you'll see this infinity tower tab right here. And this is the floor level that the game will automatically reset at. So all you got to do is just set this to the floor you think you'll be able to make it to in a good amount of time. Because if you put it too high and you still make it to that floor, your gains and the items that you're trying to get might take a little longer than if you just restarted. So I usually keep it at 40. If you're newer to the game, keep it from 25 to 30. But if you're end game-ish, do 40 to 60. Just kind of depends how long you want to keep it running for. If you can one-shot any boss, especially when they get into 6 to 8 billion health, definitely go to 60 for your floor. It'll give you a lot more drops that you're going to need. But now, the drop that you are trying to get this whole time are these clan rerolls right here. Are very important because they are a giant part of the trade market in Sailor Piece. You can pretty much get any item you want for clan rerolls. And that includes items like Mooncrest and stuff for Kokoshibo, or Frost Relics and stuff to spawn bosses. But I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But basically, you're just looking for these clan rerolls. And before you even start your macro for tonight, I just want to let you know I get about 4,000 to 5,000 a night which is pretty decent. But to make it even better, if you go to your portal and go back to Tower Island and go to this tower shop right here, you notice you have tower tokens that you get. I get about 10k a day, which is pretty decent. And yeah, you could buy clan rerolls here, which I would do if you do not want to go over to these tower upgrades and up your damage. Because if you up your damage, you'll be able to do way more in a shorter amount of time, possibly speeding up the process, giving you more clan rerolls. But some people like taking the route of just buying clan rerolls and just constantly, clicking this right here, getting 99 pretty much per 1,000. And it gives you a lot to play with. But once you have a good amount of clan rerolls, and if you didn't know, a good amount's roughly 2,000. So if you're not even at that 4,000 a day mark, you'll still be good with 2,000. You can get a lot of things with that. But now, the last link you'll have to click is the link to go into the Sailor Peace Trade Realms, which is the official trading server for Sailor Peace. When you're in it, you're going to scroll all the way down to these trading channels. You can just click any one you want, honestly. They're kind of the same thing, just depends where you want to send your messages. And some of these channels require special permissions, so I usually just do it in this first channel. But basically, if you're trying to get specific drops, you're going to click Control F in the channel, and just for example, I'm going to type out Ascensions. So if I enter, this man right here is selling Ascensions, which just means all the materials for an Ascension for clan rerolls. And I mean, you can obviously just guess it because they are so valuable. So CRR always stands for clan rerolls, if you do not know. So that is a word you're going to be really wanting to search for. 5 void fragments and the 2 limitless rings. You can go all the way up to 10, and even the Ascension 10 is only 1,000 clan rerolls. So I could pretty much max out through one night of grinding, because this roughly adds up to 6,000, maybe 8,000. So it's not even that hard to get. It's more rare to find nowadays, but you can actually spend clan rerolls and get some free game passes, which that is how I got my game passes. And I feel like I wasn't even that lucky. I just kind of searched for it. But if you also want, you can search in this channel CRR just to see what people are giving up for clan rerolls or trading for clan rerolls. But if you're looking to get rid of them, which is kind of the whole purpose of this video, I would search up items that you're looking to get and see if they're offering clan rerolls as a payment. And basically all you have to do is just click on the message, then up near their name, right click, then click message, and then you can just at them and say, hey, are you selling so-and-so? And then he'll give you a private server link, or you give him the private server link, and then you can pretty much trade from there. So if you watched all the way through, I thank you very much. It supports my channel a lot. So if you could leave a like, subscribe, and a comment if you want to see more videos like this. But yeah, that's pretty much how I get any item I want in Sailor Peace, by pretty much manipulating the market. And that's how I'm going to do it when C2 comes out, and that's what I would recommend for you guys too. So good thing you're watching this video now, and get started on macroing that infinite tower, because you're going to need a lot of clan rerolls when C2 comes out. But that's pretty much it, and I'll see you on the next one.